Looking for a man. It's Morton. On target to the left. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Whenever they come for me for this, you're going to notice
First down here for the offense.
It's going to be some principal leftists with them. It's going to be some people whose politics I overall agree with them. But the core of the people that are propping them up online are folks that
Out of the gun, the inside give. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Here they're trying to get it to the edge. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Right back to the well. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Williams. At midfield, he's got room. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They send 4 receivers onto the field, 2 to the right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 6. Throws to the wideout. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Quick strike complete. Open space at the 25. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Got it behind the line, it's Williams. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Touchdown, Wazoo! And the route is on. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Paul.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Across the 25, he's got room. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, making a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop.
I like to go back to it and hurry up, get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Dropping back, it's Mateer. He lobs one high down the left side. Can't make the play on the Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just...
See?
It's called the greatest setting in college football, and even if the skies open up, that pales in comparison to the purple rain that will be unleashed by the homestanding Washington Huskies. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Washington's offense will get the first swing of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know... is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, and David, we've played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Leaves it with the back. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, you talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had, these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
And the Huskies getting set on 1st and 10. They run the reverse. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking downfield, it's Rodgers. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollack.
That's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. He'll be forced to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. So Washington State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look to...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just... They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Washington State.
Yeah, and coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Oh, it's a reverse. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player.
He's loose down the middle. The 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Huskies. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Freeman. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Handoff from the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. On the move, it's Parker. Shakes off the tackle. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Quick completion on the out route. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Washington State has it all working right now. He's looking to throw it. Dumps it to the back. Using the quick game. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. The give out of the gun. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the play fake on first down. Slips away. But now he's swallowed up and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Unleashes one deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Dances away. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Fresno State has the lead right now, but this Bulldog Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over New Mexico State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They try to pop a run on the draw. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt, but this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback on the keeper. Gets it past the marker. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Parker. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Starting to feel a little pressure. Unleashes one. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That changes the sequence, doesn't it? Like, you think first and goal, maybe I can pound this several times, and now you get the loss. Now you got to rethink things a little bit. Do I want to throw the football now?
Touchdown, Washington State. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
This guy has been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, Dave.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Mateer. Finds his big tight end. Still running at the 40. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Catch in the middle, it's Freeman. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much, the roughing the passer penalty. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw it again. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, and that's nice coverage. He's taking a shot, trying to throw the ball to the end zone. Maybe put that thing up a little bit higher where his guy can go up and make a play and come down.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Washington State will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougar! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Coleman. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Dropping back, it's Rodgers. He's got an open man. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Huskies with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The give to the back. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease. And he'll be stopped at the 17. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing into second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
Oh, sick, nasty move, and he's loose. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets hyped. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
That's reeled in. It's Hunter. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. A great spot to... the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and they can collapse the pocket.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Washington. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Freeman. He was looking for a lot more on that one. Instead, he's out of bounds at the 14. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Now on 2nd down. To throw, it's Mateer. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
They get suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Gets it out quickly. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. They'll pick up the 1st down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
This is exactly why 3rd down is practiced every single day. 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on 3rd down.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Give to the running back. Gets the nose of the ball to... sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Washington State sends out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed, and the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They put it on the ground last time they had it. Got to take care of it this time, David.
And I think you got to put in context. A lot of times fumbles are just luck. You just got to move on, give him the football again, Jesse, and not worry about it.
I think that's a good point there, David. Get him the ball again to help him play the next play and know that he's okay. Because when that guy's playing well, this offense is on fire.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to get it through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Boston. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Touchdown, Huskies! What a catch and run for 6.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. And the Cougars racing to the line in a hurry-up.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Cougars. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this. You pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Wants to throw. It's Rodgers. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Wants to throw on 1st down. grabbed in the middle. It's Jackson. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Washington hoping to make this defense bow down in the red zone. The give from the gun. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And that pass intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Line gets set, first down. They'll give it to the back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Trucks through the defender. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll try it on the ground. He's not going to get there, and they'll have to give up the football. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to throw, it's Rodgers. Gets it out fast. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. He's looking to throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He wants to throw it again. They're bringing heat. Avoids pressure. They're trying to get to him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, the coaching staff's going to have to talk to him about making quicker decisions. Today, if guys aren't open right away, take off and run or throw it away, but you can't hold it for that long.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down in bounds. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Texas A&M overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from College Station, these Aggies got to be thrilled with this result. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to move it through the air. Got a man. It's Freeman.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Wide receiver coming across in motion. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. This offense has a second down play. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. He's taking the shot. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Washington State going back. Down. on the ground trying to pull the plug on this clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Just destroying his way through the field. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work?
One more yard on this 2nd down might just put an exclamation point on this one. Touchdown, Wazoo! And they take it in for 6 more points. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That should... the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Washington State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over.
Fires one high and deep. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Rodgers. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd. A shot toward the end zone, and that one's going to be over everybody. Wait.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass.
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down. One more play to pad the stats. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. The rankings, the odds makers, everything indicated that these guys had a big hill to climb. But they climbed it, they got to the top, and they get a landmark win.
And we know coaching staffs always do a great job trying to motivate their own guys and get them ready to play a ranked opponent. But David, to me, it looked like this team just wanted it more. They came out, they were the more physical team, and they did what they had to do at the end of the day to get this win.
Yeah, and how do you gain respect? You want respect, you talk about our team's a really good team. You want to build on that? You beat good teams. That's what you do. You beat ranked teams that people think a lot of. This team pulls off the rank.